We will only have one chance. Hello, and welcome back to the Lost Legends of Scadrial Mistborn Adventure Game Podcast. I'm your host and narrator, Trevor. I go by 5th of Daybreak Online, and with me I have the rest of the Fluffles gang.
I am John, I go by Chlormite Online, and I play Tony Darkomancy.
I'm David, and I play Lord Falco.
My name is Brian.
Or Warwick.
My name is Brian, and my character is called Tajmel.
I'm Kelly, and I play Merida.
Let's jump back in. So we're going to pick this back up right where Lord Spook has threatened Tajmel to take him to Alloy's mansion or throw him in prison. We have Kelly back with us again. And so Tony, I believe, would be very quick to go get Merida on any trip to visit Alloy. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So let's go ahead and RP that scene with Tony waking Merida up.
So, I mean, yeah, Tony basically just, runs up the stairs and, goes to, blast on the door and, oh, wait, she's sleeping. And he just kind of starts knocking softly, Merida! Merida, wake up! Then, knocks a little louder, Merida, wake up! And then starts going full bore, Merida, wake up! We need you!
So Merida's gonna get out of the bed, slam open the...
Thank preservation. The Lord Mistborn's here.
Oh.
And he wants to meet Alloy.
Oh. How did this come about?
Tajmel brought him here.
He did he?
And then I told him about Alloy.
Oh, you did you? Okay.
I did.
Let's go meet him.
I tried to do my best while you were sleeping. I know you really wanted to get your shut eye.
Let's go meet him.
All right, and Tony comes back down the stairs.
So,
Merida, when you come down the stairs, you see Tajmel, and Tajmel has dark bruising around his neck. You notice that his clothes are incredibly dirty, as if he's been rolling around on the street. He's got a really beaten up look to him. He's kind of almost sagging where he stands. He's having a hard time just keeping himself upright, just from how much that he's been beaten up. And then standing next to him, you see the obviously recognizable figure of the Lord Spook standing in his mist cloak.
Okay, so Merida's gonna curtsy to Lord Spook and just say, "Good evening, Lord Mistborn. How can I help you?"
Tell me, if you are this Merida, do you know where my spikes are?
And I also forget, what happened with the spikes?
You guys were sent by Alloy to steal them from him.
But, Tajmel had them, right?
You have no idea how anything... Merida doesn't know. She knows the part of the plan that Tajmel and Falcone were supposed to go with the other group to steal them, but she was at the ball when all of that happened.
So she is going to, lower her head a little bit and say, "My deepest apologies, Lord Mistborn, but I, unfortunately, have no idea where they would be."
Go ahead and give me a charm roll.
Okay. David? Oh, shit.
What's your charm?
Five.
Thank you. Alright, there's 2 3s and a
2
nudge.
3s and a nudge. Give me just a second. I did not open up Spook's character sheet. So he looks at you and he gives you a very level-headed gaze, and he says, "Well then, what do you know about this Alloy?"
I do not know much. The only knowledge I know was from our very short meetings.
Do you know where he lives? Where have these meetings taken place?
I do, unfortunately. But I am hesitant to bring you there, since him and you are both a very equal dangerous threat.
What kind of threat does Alloy pose?
very deadly.
We saw him kill a guy so fast we couldn't even see it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do they even know what he is?
I think at the very least, Merida would have to know about Feruchemy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being an information person.
You're going to have to be more specific than very deadly. I don't think you understand the extent of the problem you have here.
Unfortunately, I do not. I only know as much as was told me. But I feel both of you could easily kill me.
Well then, sounds like we need to go have a visit with this alloy.
I think she's just gonna stay silent and keep her head down.
I don't care which one of you does it. One of you is going to lead me to him.
Merida's just gonna bring her head up and stare straight at Tajmil.
Merida, does Tajmil remember? Because I don't remember how to get there.
Am I incapacitated, or like, am I able to speak with this trachea?
Yeah,
injury
yeah,
I've got
you
going on, or-
can still roleplay as normal, but any time that you try and make an action with any dice, or I think it's just attribute dice, you're gonna lose 2 dice on that roll.
Ooh, okay. So they don't know about me getting those spikes taken from me by that person. do
They don't know anything about the mission that you undertook while they were at the ball.
Well, I think you're a
boy.
dumbass.
Well, you got to be in it to win it, and I lost, so I don't have the spikes.
Pardon me, Lord Mistborn, but I believe Tajmil here would be the best to know, as he had the closest proximity to your spikes.
Had is the key word in that whole ordeal, because they're no longer on the premise anymore. And you see this, and I'd go to like pull down my shirt collar. Do I have to do a roll?
No, but I'm not quite sure what point you're trying to make.
I'm trying to show them the injury I have. This guy, the guy who did this to me, well, gal, I should say, she's got the spikes now, so.
Spook looks Merida up and down. You are intimately involved with this. Otherwise, you wouldn't know that he was close to my spikes in the first place.
I will not deny that.
You can either disclose everything to me now, or I will consider you an enemy. As he says that, he kind of like pulls some of the strands of his mistcloak back, and he puts his hand on a glass dagger that's on his waist.
Okay, so Merida's gonna keep her head down and say, I apologize, but I am not sure how to proceed to keep my life. I am not useful to you when I'm dead. So I believe it'd be useful if we came to some kind of deal.
The deal is that you give me the information that I need to take down this threat. Or else you don't keep your life anyway.
Okay, she is going to put her head down further and say, very well. And, do I have to roleplay telling him about the plan?
You will have to make some rolls if you're trying to withhold any information. But if you're going to be completely forthcoming, then I think for the sake of expediency, we can assume that anything that he wants to know, he does know.
Okay, I guess I'll, so she's gonna raise her head a very tiny bit and say that we were involved in getting the spikes, and we teamed up with another group and Alloy to retrieve them. Tony and I were only as a distraction. As far as anything else about what happened to them and what happened in the manor, we are not in the know.
But what do you know about Alloy and the kind of danger he poses to me?
Super fast. Really, really fast. Blink and you don't even see he was there fast.
I do know
It was crazy.
so he's a ferromancer, right?
Ferrochemist.
So I'll say that I know that he's a ferrochemist.
That is troubling to hear, both that a potential enemy is a ferrochemist and that one of the only remaining feruchemists, if not the last, is set against us.
He's got a really weird cloak, too. It's like a Mistborn cloak, but glued together.
That is strange indeed. Why not just have a regular cloak at that point?
I don't know. I mean, I can't really hate on him for it, because when I met him, my clothing was just disastrous. It was terrible.
I think Merida's...
Wasn't a knowing of the plans of the people, of the enemies and the places. You three, you'll come with me. We're going to confront him, and we're going to take those spikes from him, because if he knows what to do with them, he'll be a far greater danger now than he is now. The time to strike is now. And he pushes Tajmiel forward out the door, and he says, "Show me how to get there, Tajmiel, and don't make me kill you."
All right. You just had to ask.
Lord Mistborn, do I have
Alright.
time to change into hero clothes? Because
There's
just
no
got my
time at
magic
all.
clothes.
We must act before he can spike himself.
Okay.
Okay. So, do I have any information on where this person left? I can't really remember how. I know I was in a basement. And stuff.
Yeah. If you're
Maybe-
not making like any attempt to like I said with Kelly, if you're not making any attempt to deceive him, then we can just assume that you're taking him straight there.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get back at this guy too. I'm with the angry man on today's episode.
Okay. Tony, Merida, anything else that you guys want to do before we get rolling, other than change?
What happened to Wittens? I forget.
Witten's left for the kitchen.
He left out the back
He's
door.
probably gone by now.
He left out the back door.
Okay. Well, Tony would go look for Wittens and, tell him to take care of Fluffles, and not seeing Wittens would just, pet Fluffles, make sure he's got some food, and then hurry out the door.
Is Fluffles there, or is he... Oh, yeah, because you had him for the performance.
Yeah. Let's jump over to Feldar, or Warwick.
Warwick.
Go ahead and give me another wits roll. We'll see if you're able to overhear what's going on in there.
So I use my Feldar wits, not my Warwick wits. The only thing I use for Warwick is physique, right?
And I think you can still even use your Feldar physique for Warwick, but doing so ruins the the body will no longer work right, I think.
I don't think I can, because I don't think I have the mass. I think that's the trick of it, right? When I was reading that's Tinsoon's biggest thing with making bodies was either if he had the mass
I guess
or
that
not.
makes sense.
So I think with that is the thing with the physique. I still get the plus
you'll
2
at least get the plus
physique
2 for
from
the
my
blessing of potency.
potency. Yes. And I had to have calculated in the plus 2 for my
I don't think so, because your standings with Warwick is 6. Your attributes is 9. So
wait, what? With Warwick?
I think you'll 3 twos is 6, 4 3 2 is 9. So I think what we had you do is make one that was 1 medium, 1 weak, and then 9 points is the attributes for medium. So anything you do physique, you'll get 6 dice
For Warwick.
For Warwick.
Yeah, and I made him specifically, I think, 4, because that I did.
Regardless, give me a wits roll using Feldar stats.
Oh man, it's been so long I don't even remember if I calculated in the new spike stats with my wits. I think so, because I don't think my wits were 6 before. Any bonuses to this? I know the place.
No, I don't think so.
I know the people.
No, and you still don't get one for your special connection to Wittens.
Okay. Well, I got a pair of 2s and 2 nudges, and a 5 and a 3. But
so with a pair of 2s and 2 nudges, you're not able to hear full conversations, but you're able to see that Merida has been summoned. You're able to see when she starts to put on shoes and a coat to go out.
Okay.
Along with Tony, and then you do hear, you're sure at one point, the words alloy.
Rust and ruin. Oh. Warwick is gonna, like, slowly start standing up and ambling, like, down the street towards the entrance of, like, Tony's house. And he's gonna try and time it to come about the door when they come out. Is his goal. And
Okay. Go ahead and give me a wits roll.
pair of
You're
fives
rolling
and a
against.
notch.
All right, you outbeat Spook's spirit roll at a pair of fours. So yeah, you come out, or you pass by exactly when you mean to, as Spook and the others start coming out the door.
My Lord Mistborn, is that you? And he's gonna approach, and he's gonna fall to his knees and grab at his cloak. My lord, I hate to ask this of you, but I've fallen on such hard times with my leg and disability. My mother's died recently. I don't know what I'll do. I think I'm starving. And while he's doing this, he's gonna try and pickpocket Spook.
Okay, go ahead and give me a wits roll.
I don't like this.
While he's doing that, oh, you poor thing. And Tony's gonna, like, fish for some money.
Thank God. Thank Harmony.
Whew, it's fun to roll a lot of dice, I gotta say.
He's a tin eye. I know he's a tin eye. I have to do something. A pair of fours and a nudge, Trevor.
I rolled 10 dice, and I gave him 2 free nudges. And he rolled 3s and 5 nudges.
Are you gonna re-roll?
I think what ends up happening is you go to reach for his pocket, and he grabs your hand as you do so. Because 5 nudges is a lot.
That's a lot of nudges, my man. You could also re-roll those dice if you really like, according to your rules, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I let other people do it.
Well, yeah,
All right,
David, didn't you say you got 4s?
A pair of fours and a nudge, just one single nudge.
Yeah, so 5s and 2 nudges. So like you go to start to grab for it, and before your hand reaches forward, he grabs your hand and he pushes it back, and then he do you have any metal on you? I forget.
No, I have just the dueling cane. I dropped everything else off at the house.
I think then a coin like presses into your chest and then starts to push you back away as he then ignores you and continues to walk forward.
Damn.
Like it's not an aggressive, but like he's pushing you away without having to contact with you.
He's gonna.
It's the social distancing method of crowd enforcement.
Did you say he turned away as he was walking away?
Yeah.
Okay, when he does that, I'm going to try and wink at the party and mouth the words "run."
Is something wrong with your eye? Are you okay? Here, have a little more money.
Thank you, my lord. And he's gonna whisper, "You should run."
Merida, are you burning tin?
No, I don't think she would be at this moment.
Like.
Well, first of all, I get to roll a lot of dice.
I
again.
know. Gotta try, man.
Yeah, Spook turns around and he stares at you.
He's gonna run away. It, like, in a sad state of affairs, like, intentionally so. I'm trying to draw his attention.
Is running really the best choice here, though?
For you guys, yes.
As a player character, I don't
think so.
Like, our best chance of survival is not getting killed by the Lord Mistborn. And if there's anyone in this entire universe at this time that would be able to protect us from a full-fledged Ferrocumist, it would be a Mistborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tony didn't want to be a criminal in the first place, so he's not going to lose the opportunity to be a hero for the Lord Mistborn.
I'd say if Merida saw Warwick and even heard him, she would not run. Like, she has the worst physique of everyone.
So Warwick's running?
Yeah, he's getting out of there.
Give me a physique roll, +2.
So 6.
Yep.
I'm going to admit I still have a lacerated leg. So I'm going to roll 5.
Oh, I don't know how burdens work with Condra.
I know, we discussed this last time, and I think just for game mechanics, they have to stick around.
Well, and if I was rolling against you, it might be relevant.
No. Okay. I mean, he's going to catch me, right? If he wants to catch me. I'm just trying to make a sad state of affairs and run away. Pair of 1s and 2 nudges.
Okay, so you start to run away. The Lord Mistborn looks at Merida and says, "Do you know that boy?"
She's
You
gonna
don't.
say no, because I've never seen Warwick.
No one's
He gives
seen
Tajmiel a little shove and continues the journey towards Alloy's place.
All right, buddy, come on, let's go get him.
I hope you get better time soon.
So is it just me and him
we're all
going,
going.
or?
No, we're
No,
following.
he's bringing everybody.
Okay.
And I'll eventually try and loop around and follow them. Damn it, this is not going to go well.
Give me a... Are you trying to sneak, or are you trying to stay far enough back because you know where they're going?
Far enough back because I know where they're going. If
Go ahead and make it a wits roll, then. And I'm going to give you +1 because you do know where they're going.
even with that +1, I got a pair of 2s and a nudge.
Okay, so you guys are walking towards Alloy's place. I'm very willing to time skip there if nobody has any role-playing they want to do in the meantime. But I do want to give you the option.
I think Tony would excuse me, Mr. Lord Mistborn.
What is it?
If anything happens to me, I didn't see Wittens. Could you make sure that Fluffles gets taken care of?
He kind of like halters for a moment and then looks at you and says, "What is a Fluffles?"
Fluffles, he's my pet mist rabbit. You saw him at the show, didn't you? Oh wait, you weren't there at the show. That's right.
No, there were other matters that I had to attend to tonight.
Well, he's my pet. He's my pet mist rabbit, and he's very friendly. He's an adorable creature, and he's a vegetarian, so he's easy to take care of.
A Mistwraith can't be a vegetarian.
Oh, but Fluffles is. He's a good boy.
Regardless, if something happens to you tonight, it's likely that something has happened to me as well. So, it'd be best if we were both focused more on the task at hand.
Oh, right. Smart. Got it. Focusing. And Tony, makes it a concentrated effort to look focused. It just looks constipated instead.
Concentrated.
That's right.
Merida, are you still not burning tin?
How close are we to Alloy?
We will say that you guys are about 5 minutes out at this point.
Yeah, I'd start burning it now.
Okay, go ahead and give me a wits roll plus your tin.
Okay. David, my wits is 5, and 10 adds 2.
It should at least add 10.
Oh, okay, so 10 dice.
Or I'm not, sorry, not 10, but 5.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes,
thought.
10 dice.
Yeah, you start with an Allomantic rating of 5, right? Lots of dice. That's a pair of 5s and 3 nudges, my friend.
Nice.
So almost at the same time, Merida actually just a little bit faster, you both hear the scraping of footsteps speeding away into the distance as you get close to Alloy's.
I'm gonna relay this information to Lord Spook. So I'm gonna point ahead and be like, I heard footsteps.
Yeah, I heard the same. It would appear that maybe we've been spotted.
Uh-oh. Do you want me to have my bird circle around, make a couple passes? I mean, it is a distraction bird after all.
You don't have a bird right now.
Yeah, the last that I know of, Sonichu, he was out into the wind because you were getting manhandled.
Oh, I figured he would have just came back around. That's not the first time that I went through that ordeal.
I think that's fair. I think that at one point, he just kind of like flies up and lands on your shoulder, and Lord Spook kind of gives it a second glance, but then ignores it, and you guys keep walking. What do you mean use your bird?
Like, I mean, if it's if we think we're being followed, can't I send my bird? You know, be like.
Well, I know we're being followed. Whoever that boy was has been trailing us from a few blocks back, thinking that I can't see him. But
okay, never mind.
There's somebody ahead who saw us and ran off ahead.
Okay. Well, can we still see him from now? Can I? Because I do have that. What is he? I could say follow. You know, he can do that command.
All I heard was the footsteps, and he's been continuing to walk forward as they've been talking about this.
Well, how sure are you guys that this is even someone that is, you know, involved with us in the first place?
It's very obvious.
There's a specific pattern to a sentry who's been alerted.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm definitely not one of the...
Who else would be going somewhere at this time of night in such a hurry out of nowhere?
Oh, it could be anybody. It could be one of us.
Well,
could be us in the future.
They are moving faster than we are.
Maybe through some type of quantum tunneling, we're actually just hearing our own footsteps from the future.
Be ready for an ambush.
Tajma, you have a fast run, don't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty quick at the foot.
The thing about traps is you never know what the bait is. It's best we just keep going at the same pace we have been and deal with the threats as they come.
I mean, I'm pretty banged up still anyways there. So, I think you're right on that.
Tony grabs his dueling cane and gets ready to hit something.
The next few minutes pass without anything else happening until you are standing on the street outside of Alloy's house, and you can see the house from where you are now.
So are we going to just go in, or should we knock first?
Which house is it?
Well, I figured Merida would have some information on that.
Yeah,
you can point to the house, Tajriel. Like, you know which one it is.
Tony points. Well, Tony does know what it looks like. He just doesn't know how to get there.
Okay, so Tony points to the house. You said that there was a secret basement.
Yeah, they put furniture on top of it.
Do you remember how to open it?
I probably
just pulled it, didn't they? We didn't open it. I didn't open it.
This isn't the same basement that I got strangled in.
No, that was Spook's secret basement.
Would Merida remember?
There's a lot of secret basements.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't even like a latch or anything. It was just a simple trapdoor that was covered up by like a rug and a end table.
Yeah, she'll just relay that to Lord Spook.
I think then we should infiltrate fast. We should open it quickly, and we should try and take this head on, whatever trap they might have ready for us.
So Merida's gonna get out her dueling cane and follow after Lord Spook.
Tony just books it towards the house.
All right, Trevor. You know what we talked...
Did you say something, David?
I said, all right, Trevor. Right before they bust in the house, I think there's a conversation I need to have.
Okay. Let's jump over to Feldar.
Internally, Feldar is going to reach out to the to good old Harmony, and he's going to say, I don't think this was in our contract, but I'm pretty sure the Lord Mistborn and Alloy are about to get into it. Did manage to keep some notes about Spikes away from him, so kind of need direction here.
Give me a spirit roll.
That's horrible.
Isn't it?
It's horrible. Wow. That worked, actually. I can't make this up, man. That's pair of fives.
You feel the focus of an intention on you. And you feel a little bit of your anxiety kind of fall away and a little bit of your confidence bolstered. And you hear the voice in your head say back to you, "That is grave news indeed. It would seem things are advancing far more quickly than we could have imagined. I cannot do much, but I will send what help I can."
How should I proceed?
I can't see everything. I see spook, but I don't know what you're up against. Be ready to help in what way you can. There's something blocking my ability to. I've sent what help I can. The rest is up to you. And you still feel a little bit of the lingering effects of that, the soothing and the rioting from Harmony, but you do feel that attention focusing elsewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and heal the spirit that you used, for getting those fives, and I'm going to give you a free die moving forward for whatever role that you want to assign it to.
Okay. At that point, I think, what is the distance to my house? To Feldar's Lord Falcombe abode?
Go ahead and give me a spirit roll.
I don't like those. I still, yeah, that's a nothing.
And I'm going to charge one for this.
That's absolutely nothing. So,
it is a fair distance. You would expect it to take at least 20 minutes to get there and back.
all right, he's gonna start sprinting, full force there and back.
All right, let's then jump back to the main group. Any last minute roleplay before we enter the house?
I don't know how much use I'm going to be in this situation, but...
I think Merida is just going to keep her eye on the surroundings and be prepared behind Spook.
Yeah, I think Tony is just like shouting again as he's charging in.
I think you might start to shout, and then Spook would then go to stop you from making a large noise. Because you guys still aren't running forward yet either.
Well, no, Tony did start running.
Yeah, then he's definitely gonna stop you and put a hand on you and tell you no, don't. We're gonna make noise when we get there, but we don't want to let them know that we're here. Although I suppose they already do.
Oh, okay. Quiet voice. I can do that.
Okay. And then another one. Merida, go ahead and give me a tin roll. So 10 dice, David.
It's just as many as I've got. That was much better than my last one. That's three fours and a nudge.
Yeah, so you notice, as the Lord Mistborn, tries to stop Tony, just for an instant, there is a curtain on one of the windows that flickers open and shut very quickly.
I think they know we're here. I saw the curtains move.
I saw it too.
How should
I'm good
we
at
proceed?
distractions. You want me to distract them?
I forget, do you have any of your fireball stuff left?
I think he burned all of that.
I'll have to check. I doubt it.
Well, I mean, isn't my bird a distraction
On a
bird?
side note, Trevor, what is Spook's Almantic rating? Is he 10?
I've gotten him pretty heavy. I've got him at 7 for everything, since he's had 20 years to master it.
Oh, I would figure the effects of being a Lerasium or pure Harmony gifted Mistborn, like Elend, you know. I would think
he also has access to just about every stunt.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
So I see next to my ammo it says 3 fire, 2 flash. That would have inevitably been before the show.
Mhm.
I know that I used at least one of the fires, but I don't know if I used all the flashes. So I would assume I'd have at least one flash left and maybe one fire.
I'm good with one flash and one fire. Brian, I think when we talked about Sonichu having that distraction, it will be a single target kind of thing.
Okay.
So like you definitely could like send him to a window to try and make a bunch of noise. That's something that I'd let you do. But it's not going to be like it attracts everybody in the building over there. Especially since they have a certain advantage going for them right now.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
One
enough.
that I will not name specifically, but I have accounted for. All right, you guys make it up to the door, and I think Spook goes ahead and just tries to kick the door in.
Tony is going to broadcast fear.
Go ahead and give me a rioting roll. I'm going to give you a -1 penalty because you can't see your target.
Okay. I'll remember what my stats are. It's been a long time. Okay. So that is 6 minus 1 is 5. What does affect crowd say? It says lose 2 dice.
You don't need to use effect crowd for this.
Okay. Let me double check if I have anything that I can... Nope.
Brian, did you want to use Sonichu while Spook is breaching the door?
He's going hot, right?
Spook? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to kick the door open.
Okay. Yeah, there wouldn't really, I don't think, would be a tactical advantage to that, personally.
3s.
Yeah, so with 3s, you kind of have gotten a feel for when you can tell when you're affecting somebody, and you reach out and you, for a moment, feel like you're riding somebody's fear, and then after just a moment, the effect ends, and you're not sure why.
We wouldn't be able to feel it, right? I would feel the allomancy, but you can't feel whether it's affecting them, right?
I think that at some point, like, you kind of, like, you have to be able to tangibly understand what something to be able to affect it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I know that there's, like, an aura
you have to,
you
like,
can
see
put out.
them, right? Because that's the whole thing about needing to understand the emotions. If I can't even see them...
I might be going out on a limb to say this, but I do think that there is an aspect where maybe you can tell. Like, especially since you knew there was a target. With 3s, I want to give you the advantage of feeling as if there's one less thing to be affected in the area.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm abusing the power there a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it would have whatever effect, but Tony would have no idea whether or not. I mean, unless something is physically stopping him from using his allomancy, but I don't think an allomancer even knows if someone was wearing an aluminum hat, right?
That's how we'll play it then. You kind of like push out this wall, this field, and for some reason there's a certain spot where it just feels like there's a gap.
That's
when
weird.
you go forward and down, because you're just kind of like, are you spreading it out like in a full bubble and then excluding the people that you know, or like just towards the house?
So carpet bombing the house with fear.
So below the house is a bubble where it feels like you can't push your allomancy into.
Wow, that's weird.
As you say that, Spook kicks the door, and it goes rocketing into the house and hits the back wall and comes falling forward. And you see that the wall behind it is a little bit damaged. And he quickly charges into the house.
Yep, Tony follows on his heels.
Quickly now, show me where the trapdoor is.
Right, she's gonna point him to it, and she's gonna help push furniture away and pull it up.
As you get into the other room where you know it is, you see that it is standing open and the furniture's already been moved away. And at the last moment, as you turn the corner, the there's like a rope that pulls on it and it closes again.
Oh, that's tricky.
So she's gonna kind of like lean up against the wall with her dueling cane and tell Lord Spook that something is up.
I know this is a trap, but there's really no choice that we have here. If he has enough knowledge to spike himself, then we might even be too late already. We could have another Lord Ruler on our hands here.
Quick aside, just from my knowledge, I forget. Did David give the spikes to them?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Very intentionally, no, because he's one of the only characters here that knows the implications of spikes like that. So he was like, they can't know how to use them. He tried to steal the whole thing if he could have, but that didn't work out.
All right, so
You were asking about the spikes, though, weren't you, John?
Yeah, I was wondering if David gave the spikes over to Alloy.
Oh yeah, the spikes, but
Not personally.
but not the notes on the spikes. Yeah, I let them be taken. I took 2 myself.
Okay,
I
so
don't
he
think
does
you
have them.
had notes on the spikes ever.
Yeah, I did. They were
At least not like
no.
You didn't have the
I didn't.
book.
I
that
didn't
you
have the
wanted.
book, but there were cursory notes on it, on hemorrhagy stuff that I found in the drawer that I stashed back at my house. That I kept from them. I think.
Okay.
Not
Okay. I think I remember that now. But to that meta question, there was the book that he specifically asked for that nobody found.
Which was Lord Spook's book, presumably. Right?
Presumably.
Yeah.
So, I think what Merida's gonna do is she gonna try to creep around the back of the trapdoor and kind of like nod to Lord Spook like on his mark to like get ready to pull it open.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and see and
On his mark or Merida's mark?
On
his
Spook's
mark, I think.
Yeah.
Tony and Tajmiel.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Any preparations you guys are doing?
Tajmal just goes over to try and open the trap door. I mean, Tony does.
I'd probably be sticking close to this guy who could protect me, which is the best option I have in this point because I'm so physically hindered.
And I think that before you guys breach down there, he hands you back your vial of steel. He drinks a couple of vials he has on himself, and then he hands you a small. He hands you back your coin purse, and he very seriously looks you in the face, and he says, "If you betray me, I will kill you before I die." And give me a spirit roll.
Okay, so that is, I think, 4. Spirit? Nope, yeah, that'd be 4, because I got 3 spent. Oh, boy. I got 2 3s, a 2, and a 1.
You feel a very, very oppressive hand dampen every emotion in your body except for your fear. And you feel that fear increasing to a point where you almost feel irrationally scared of him.
Okay, he's like freaking me out a little bit.
And then just as quickly as it came on you, it ends, and you have the coin purse in your hands.
Oh, sweet. See, I knew I could trust you.
Let's jump over to Feldar for just a moment. Why don't you go ahead and give me a wits roll? Not a wits roll, a physique roll.
Okay. Pair of 4s and a nudge.
You feel like you're making very good time, but it still is taking quite a while for you to get back.
Yeah.
And I think that I might want to call the episode here before we open up that door. We're about there on time. I don't want to get into anything that will take up another 20 to 30 minutes before then, so let's go ahead and keep everybody in suspense for another 2 weeks.
Woohoo.
Oh.
Hooray!
Thank you guys so much for listening. We will be back in another 2 weeks' time, and I hope you join us then to continue on this adventure.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Good luck. Have fun.
Bye. See ya.
Mistborn and all related properties are owned by Brandon Sanderson and Dragonsteel Entertainment. The Mistborn adventure game is a product of Crafty Games. Special thanks to Steve Argyle for letting us use his artwork for the logo, and to Boardroom Design for putting the logo together for us. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at LLOS Podcast, or give us an email at lostlegendsofscadrial@gmail.com. We hope that you'll like and share and give us a review on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.